all of that. But that's it. We went over a little bit, and let me get to because I had all this stuff already. All of that. That's stuff we're gonna cover next week. So this is what we want to do for this week. And I'm giving you guys a lot of Sandler stuff to read. Like Close the Deal was the first book I read out of, well, these are audios, but they obviously they got book versions as well. And like if I'm gonna just say this, you have to read this stuff. And if you're not reading this, you have to read something else. You have to get some sales training. You cannot go through this. You won't find real business success until you learn how to sell. And that's just what it is. Or you have a strong salesperson on your team. Somebody who already has some training, somebody who knows concepts and strategy and technique to close clients. I feel like everybody, my personal thinking is everybody who gets on the phone with a lead needs to be trained. Simple as that. Like you're not getting on the phone with no lead if you ain't trained. Not none of my leads. You can talk to caregivers, but you're not talking to no leads. And you can talk to current clients, but leads, we just, those are that's our treasure. That's our, that's the leads are what put bread and meat on the table. So you can't play with those, and they cost the most. Like I've been looking at the amount of leads I got in last year and how much money I spent. It's astronomical. I never really paid attention to it, but each lead is very expensive. Each person who calls my phone is very, that's a very expensive phone call, based on the amount of marketing dollars that went into them to get them on the phone. And whether that was me paying somebody going, with the to do the counsel, like the calls, like making all the calls weekly, the virtual assistants making the calls. Then once the we establish a relationship with the referral source, and then we send somebody to do the consultation, and then they say they're not ready. So now we have to, so it's a whole process that goes through just dealing with one client, and it's a lot of people that got to get paid. So until we close that client, we haven't gotten our return on investment. So that lead up until that point is very valuable. And you don't just want to take that. Like everybody that calls your phone asking for services is very important. And you just don't want to just go into them calls willy-nilly. And again, this is me telling you guys what works, what I would have done differently, and what I do now. So get both books, take your time with each concept, secret shop. So these are like some of the things I would suggest doing this week. Actively listen to sales calls, write a sales script for your leads, for leads, role play sales calls with family and friends. Implement at least one sales techniques in a real life setting. So that would be the assignments for this week, just to give you guys something to do, something to think about. When I say, so like one thing you're gonna read, and it's kind of like it goes against the Sandler training, is they're not like big into scripts because they want to be, fluid and flexible. You don't want to go in there rigid. A script will make you rigid, and you want to have flow, and you want your whoever's on the phone to have flow. People get, man, a script. You sound, if you're not like trained as like a newscaster or something, like people gonna hear you reading it. So, or it just sounds like robotic, and that's not necessarily what you want to be going on. You want to, really, again, once you get on that phone with that person, the bonding and rapport starts immediately. So you want to have these trainings, and writing a script may not. It's more like just to get so you can start thinking about in these terms. It's not something that I'm saying write a script to go use. That's not. So that's a little different there. And you'll learn more about these concepts and some of these ideas as you read these books. Close the Deal was probably that book. Each book, like I can almost assign an amount, like these books, these trainings changed so much for me as I, kind of like been going along this journey. It's like I found these little nuggets and they open up a whole new world of potential success and opportunity. And it's all in books. And that's the funny thing. It's like it's all written down because I get an opportunity to pick these experts' brains in a way that, I just wouldn't have access to them because most of them dead and gone or they millionaires, they ain't gonna talk to me. So we got to read the books. So read these books. Close the Deal was very, very, it was like I said, it was the first Sandler book that I read, and it made me excited enough to go spend more money with the Sandler